Hello, welcome to my first video, and today I'm just playing a small game. It's called President Simulator, and currently this is the light version of the game, which does not cost money. And even though I do have the full version, I just wanted to show you guys this version in case you guys don't have the full version, and this way I don't know, you can just kind of get an idea of the game off me, even if you're not going to buy the full version, if that makes any sense. So first off, you have the small selection of third world countries and so on, and I would just say that if you want I'd say the best countries out of all of these is actually Malaysia, because they have a GDP of 296 billion, which means gross domestic product, which means how much products they import and export from other countries and so on. And so right now it has a population of 31 million. Oops. This is a glitch with the light version that happens sometimes. You just have to click it twice. So this thing you can okay, we just got attacked. Don't mind that. So this guy here will tell you things about tips and how the game works. And at first I will guarantee that you will have trouble with, oh my god, this thing's broken. And I'm Afghanistan. Okay, well, hold up. Just gotta. It shouldn't do it this often. Alright, there we go. So, as you can see, it looks a bit confusing at first, but you have you have you have your energy industry, police funding, housing services, and so on. You can upgrade your infrastructure, ads, and so on. So with all of this, if you look at the top of the screen, and as you can see, I'm moving this fast forward button. This increases the flow of the time in the game and how much money you make per thing. So right now, on average, when you start, you will always start with making 5,000 per day, but you can upgrade this. Well, not upgrade, but you can find ways to increase this by either pressing the globe in the top right corner of your screen and going to attack a country. But beware, when you attack a country, it actually costs money to attack. As you can see, there's all these different options. You can press conquer the country, and military intervention cost 2.9 million, which is how much you need before you can attack this. And even though that you're paying money to attack the country, you might not win, because you have to upgrade your troop force and so on, which I'll get to that in a minute. So, continuing on, you have your superpowers like China over here, India, blah blah blah, and so on, America, and these are the countries that you can attack. So right now you can see us here, this blue thing in the center of the screen, and sadly you cannot zoom in, which is sad. So I'm just going to attack and invade a small country to show you guys how it works. And so you can choose how many troops you want to send in, which I'm just going to send in all of them because Malaysia has a pretty bad troop force. And you can also get nuclear weapons, but you have to launch a nuclear program for you to use those nuclear weapons. So it costs 42,000 to attack, which I have 570,000 right now, so I'm going to attack. And this means you have won, and you can check what kind of facilities and factories you've taken, and this shows what you've lost in the war. So on the right side it shows you what East Timor has lost, and on the left it shows what Malaysia has lost, the troops. So 26 tanks we've lost and so on. So that's basically it. And I will show you a little exploit. There is a guy on YouTube which has shown me this exploit, but he did it in a foreign language, so I couldn't understand it, so I just had to copy what he was doing. And so what I'll show you is where it says population employment in the on the right side of the screen, just press that, and then it has all these. Press the construction option, and it comes up with these options here. So what you need to do is, the very top, you need to press the plus. And if you want to make it go faster, what you should do is drag your finger across the screen while you're pressing it in with a different finger. So take 2 fingers, put one on the plus, and then drag your finger across the screen. It will go faster. And do this until you put all your money into it and it says not enough money. And then you go to the second option and press minus. And that, I know that's not as much as what we had before, but eventually you will get up to like a higher amount. So when you keep going, you eventually get more and more money each time. As you can see, the income at the top of the screen keeps going down and up, which means it's working. And you also have to take mind of your happiness level, because when you decrease the period of granted unemployment benefit, when you decrease it, happiness goes down. And when you increase the amount of unemployment benefit, happiness goes up, and yet you're still making more money and making people happy. So this is probably the best option. And this will come, like, not this exact thing, but little tips will come up, like suggesting what you should like upgrade and stuff, and it will have like a quick bar that you can press and it will take you directly to what it wants you to like upgrade, but you don't have to. So right now we have been attacked, and this means that our money has been seized. So we have no money, our treasury is empty, and our military forces have been degraded because we've been attacked. So right now I'm now making 9.17 thousand, which is like almost double to the 5,000 we were making earlier. And I'd say the first thing you would want to do is check the statistics of the armies whenever you want to attack something. So right now we have a military capacity of 147,000, which is okay, but it's not as much as we need more. So if you want to upgrade the efficiency of your troops, you can upgrade all of these, although they do cost money. And your income, so it doesn't take away your actual money, it takes away the amount of income you receive each day, which is like a thing they've done. You can also construct military bases, naval bases and all that, which also increases the efficiency of your troops, because they can be housed there, but like you can't, it's a bit. And these drills at the bottom, as you can see, watch the top center of the screen, the very top. It will go down when I want to train ground forces. It just went down to 5.24, which means like you earn less money because you just wanted to invest in something, if that makes any sense. And like you will get trade offers along the way when playing this game as well. So right now, I'll tell you the difference between the military machinery and the black market in a second. So this is where you get buy whatever like items you want for your military fields and all that. And you can see on the right side we have nuclear weapons and nuclear submarines, but sadly, to get these you need to launch a nuclear program, which you can either buy from the in-game store by pressing management. You can either press buy, which will actually cost real money, or you could actually earn enough money in the game to use it, if that makes any sense. And right now I'll just I don't know, you can see the assault rifles and I cannot see that going up. But if you want to have the maximum amount of assault rifles you can possibly have, you can press the this little blue arrow and it will give you the maximum amount of assault rifles you can possibly buy. But I'm on the black market. So the difference between the black market and military machinery is when you use something in the military machinery, you can see that it takes time to actually manufacture. But with the black market, the prices are 10 times the amount, but they get delivered to your army immediately. They're 10 times the amount, but get delivered immediately. So if I want to attack someone now and I can't wait for the time, I can see on the UAV, I can press this blue arrow. Well, no, actually, I'll just show you this. So you see it's going up immediately, but when I go down to military machinery and I do it, it takes time. As you can see, the days stack up with more UAVs or anything I choose. So what I normally like to do is, UAV is actually the most efficient item right now, apart from aircraft carriers and ships and nuclear weapons, and they cost less than tanks, which I don't kind of understand. But so if I press this blue arrow above it, I get the maximum amount I can possibly get, which isn't that much, as we are a developing country and not a developed country. Is what I mean is we're not making enough money. So again, there's different things, like if you go to culture, for example, it will like if you go to construction, it will show you like stats for like your culture rating, and you can host events which give you more like I have 93.5% like popularity rating, and it will increase my rating if I use these events. For example, I can just use a book week. The event is being held, time left, and so on. And when it's over, I get more happiness or popularity and so on. Anyway, also like mainly like ecology, for example, is one of like it shows statistics of like you can employ more people, and the more people that you employ means like the more efficient your ecology is, so like less wastes and so on, and like better drinking tap quality water or so on. And if you increase their salary, it also increases their like work efficiency, the way they work, and increases it. And also there's something called if you like I said before, there's a little like the little exploit I showed where like you spend all your money and then decrease it, and then you earn more money and more and more and more. If you don't want to do this, then you can actually upgrade your taxes. And I actually found this thing off a YouTuber named Don the Bon. He increased all his taxes, which is a bad idea, because if your popularity gets really low, like to 0%, well, the game ends and then you restart. So if you increase all these taxes and then decrease all these, you will earn more money, but you earn like a minimal amount of more money, but like as you can see here. And then if you see that at the bottom of the screen it shows a red face, that means people will be still angry. And see, it's changed, like it changes from here to here, that means they're less angry and so on. And then if I decrease this, it goes to a yellow face, which means they're fine with it and they're happy or so on. But that's like okay. You can also change like your workers, like the head of like each like business kind of thing, if that makes any sense. So that's basically a tutorial, and I will show you some empire building strats in my next episode. Well, thanks for watching and see you next time.